As you can see, in order to complete the task, you really had to go outside of the 9 dots to do it successfully. And that's the point I'm wanting to communicate. I'm going to leave you with some teachings and some thoughts that may challenge your own thinking. Be willing to think outside of the boxes. When we first meet someone, we form a very strong impression of them within the first 40 seconds. We form a lasting opinion of them within the first 4 minutes. That's going to become quite rigid and entrenched. And our opinion of them will influence the way we respond and behave and communicate with that person. So what if within that short space of time we formed quite a rigid view? It's going to be impacting how we interact with that individual. And it will take a very long time to change those first impressions. What is that saying? We're making very quick assumptions which form our behaviours very quickly. It's rather unfair, isn't it, to the person concerned? Particularly if they are triggering of some of the stuff we're carrying up here from the past. The childhood development stages. 55 to 70% of what we communicate is actually what we are taking in through our eyes rather than what we are speaking. It is what we are seeing in terms of body language of the other person, which is the biggest source of communication, more so than the spoken words. In fact, only some 15% of what we communicate is through the words, the tone. What that's saying to us is that we need to pay a lot of attention to our body dynamics and what our body is giving off. The truth is, our body is often giving off the truth of what's going on inside of us if we're willing to pay attention to it, and certainly if other people are paying attention to it, they're likely picking up more of the truth of what's going on for us than what we're actually saying. I often say we can be very British, very English in our responses, in our communication. How are you doing today? I'm fine, thank you. Which is a total contradiction when we've got a migraine, we're on ibuprofen, paracetamol every 4 hours, and we're actually in a lot of pain. But we weigh up who it is that has asked us, and we don't want to inconvenience people, so of course the lovely British answer is, I'm fine, thank you. So we can train our brain to say the right thing in the right situation, but actually our body is contradicting what really is going on. Often our body gives us away and contradicts the words that are coming out of our mouth. Pay attention to body language. And so you know a lot of this now, don't you? Which is, you know some of the behavioral stance, the bodily positioning, the body's posturing, which will communicate some really powerful messages. The arm folding, I guess you know this one already, don't you? Which suggests I'm somewhat closed off from what you're saying. Some people will say, well, that's just a restful position for me, it just feels comfortable. Yes, but maybe there's more going on behind the arm folding than you even recognize. I guess there's something about somebody talking to us and I wonder what that might be communicating to them. I'm really interested in what you're saying, and yet there's something contradictory going on, isn't there, where we're sort of blasé about. And the sort of, yeah, or the tapping of feet whilst the other's talking, and the, yeah, you can't see my feet tapping, but it is tapping away. My hands, my thumbs. What about, oh, isn't that irritating when somebody's talking to you and they often don't even realise they're doing it. What about the hands in pockets, jingling keys, jingling coins? What about the, yeah, that's really interesting, isn't it? Yeah, that's really, yeah. Now, I've exaggerated those body posture messages, but you get the point, don't you? So often our words, we've trained ourselves to say the right thing. But so often our body gives us away. So I'm saying, pay attention to body language, because it's likely giving you bigger clues than what is being spoken. And it's particularly important because there are times when the two of you are having conversations when everything is suggesting you ought to call a truce and an end to that conversation, because it's not really gonna finish well. Something has happened that has shifted the conversation, and you both know how it's gonna go, and you need to learn to agree to bring an end to the conversation at this point. And I'll teach you some skills about owning the conversation and doing conversations when it is a better time for both of you. There's a big difference between males and females. Single, but want to better understand why? Preparing for marriage, want to give it your best. Maybe you're in a partnership. The couple relationship has some issues and you want to address those issues. Maybe you're married. The marriage just is not working well at this time. The couple want to better understand what's going on. Think about a diagnosis, an MOT of sorts for the relationship. Want to limit the passing on of the issues to the children. The childhood development issues that get set up in childhood, and we take them into the adult relationship. Understanding those things can make the difference. Want to maximize the quality of the relationship. Maybe it's communication. It just is not working well. There are problems, conflicts that need resolving, that need managing. Sex, one of the first casualties of any relationship when there's conflicts going on. Or is it just a sex mismatch? What's the problem? Maybe you're long time married, you've settled. You know you're not ready to settle yet. It could be better. Why not contact the Kairos Center today and consider the video on demand recovery program. You get videos, you get a workbook, and you can cover these at your leisure from the comfort of your home. Maybe book in periodical reviews with me from time to time. You can also do the program as a secure webcam, one-to-one couple with me sessions. Hundreds and hundreds of singles and couples have benefited from the content in the Kairos relationship program. Contact me today. Partners, married, these things are true of the partnership, of the marriage. It's not just the coming together of two people. It's a clash of two cultures, two experiences, two memories, two habits, two morals, two values. And that's a formula for destruction, says Dr. Miles Monroe. Somebody else, Dr. Creflo-Dollar, has said, marriage is the place of our healing. Don't leave it too quickly. And if I add my own comment, you're destined to repeat the problem, even in a new relationship. So work it through at this point. You want to be the best that you can be. Bring back color back to life without shame. Go on, send me a message today and change the trajectory of your life, of your marriage, of your relationship. Do it today.